guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Zach. Today we're going to be talking about 9 benefits of paying off your mortgage early. Let's get right into it. Step number 1, or reason, lower living expenses. So what is lower living expenses? This means that now that you don't have a mortgage that's costing you, let's say $1,000, $2,000, $1,500 a month, now you can use that money to be able to invest in other things, to be able to use for other purposes, to be able to have a little bit more expendable money. And it gives you options. So that's reason number 1 that you would want to consider paying off your mortgage early. Reason number 2 that you might want to consider paying off your mortgage early, to pay towards other debts. Means is if you were to have something that was a 4 to 5% interest rate, that would be something you would want to pay off quickly. You would want to pay off the 4 to 5% before you consider paying off your debt on your house, depending on which one is more expensive. So if your house is above 4 to 5%, pay that off first. If you have another type of debt that is more than 4 to 5%, then you want to pay that off first. So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3, you're going to want to pay off your mortgage early. To increase your savings rate. When you're able to increase your savings rate, that's going to give you so many more options by having more money in the stock market, having more money just in savings to be able to invest in something, maybe a rental house, maybe crypto, maybe you fill in the blank, a new business, whatever it is. And being able to increase that savings rate is a huge deal, and you're able to do that when you have invested in your house and you paid that off. Reason number 4 is the cost of interest. Now, the cost of interest is every single month that you have your mortgage, you are paying towards the interest on that mortgage. So if you're able to pay that off, then you no longer have to pay the interest on the mortgage, and it allows you to free up some space in your budget to be able to invest in other things. Reason number 5, when you pay off your mortgage, you're increasing your net worth. Now, what is net worth? It's not net work, it's net worth. So net worth isn't necessarily what you make every single year. You may make $30,000, you may make $50,000, $70,000, whatever it is, but that's not necessarily your net worth. What is your net worth? That is your assets minus your liabilities. Other things that could be considered net worth could potentially be things like NFTs, could be things like stocks, could be things like crypto, different things like that. Real estate, just investment properties, whatever you may have, those can be considered a part of your net worth. Reason number 6 to consider paying off your mortgage early. Easier to fire. What does easier to fire mean? It means that you now have options. When you don't have money set aside, when you don't have enough passive income coming in to be able to pay your basic needs, then you can't change to a different job. Maybe your house costs $2,000 and your other expenses a month cost $2,000. You're up to $4,000 in expenses every month, and so you can't change from your current job to a job that pays less but you would like it more, because you need to have that much money to be able to just pay for your basic needs. However, if your house costs $2,000 every month and you've now paid that off, well, then you could potentially move to a job that pays a little less and you're still able to meet all of your basic needs. And so by paying off your house, it gives you more options. Reason number 7 is the one that we've all been waiting for, and is the reason that most people pay off their mortgage, even if they think that something else would be a better option. Paying off your mortgage gives you peace of mind. So peace of mind is something that many people believe that when they pay off that mortgage, they no longer have to worry about it. It's the home that they live in, and they don't ever want it to be taken away from them. They don't ever want anything to come up that would be interfering with them being able to live there and to just if they were to lose their job, then at least their house is still protected and they're able to easily pay the basic needs for the house to be able to stay living there. And so by paying it off, that gives you peace of mind. Reason number 8, freedom to pursue other things. Now, this is something that I mentioned earlier, the freedom to be able to do something perhaps that you love. Maybe you want to just start a business, a photography business, a videography business, whatever it may be. Maybe that's something you've wanted to do for a while, but haven't had the means or the flexibility in your time to do it. Well, maybe you would consider doing that if your house was paid off, and then you're able to, like I said before, have the house payment gone and much more room in your budget. So now you don't have to consider, oh, I need to have X amount of dollars every month to pay towards this house. Now you have more flexibility of just saying, okay, well, I am able to pay off this house quicker. And now that it's paid off, now I'm able to pay off other debts, and I'm able to start investing and these kinds of things. And this allows you to have that freedom. And reason number 9 that you may consider paying off your mortgage is guilt-free spending and living. I always suggest using your money wisely, but also realizing that you have a finite amount of money, and that means you can't just spend it on whatever you want and spend it on just frivolous things that you don't need. It's always smart to use your money wisely and to enjoy the things that you have. There's something to be said for a little bit of minimalism. It's something that just to be able to cut back on those kinds of things, those spendings, those frivolous spendings is always a good idea. But when you have your house paid off, you're able to more easily say, you know what? I think we're gonna add a little extra money this month to the vacation budget, and we're gonna go to wherever. It doesn't matter, wherever you want to. And so that could be fun. And then also giving. I believe that as we're given, that God has asked us to be able to give and to meet other people's needs, and that's something we're able to do so much more freely if we have our house paid off. And so that's something that is a potential benefit of having a paid off house. Now let me know down in the comments below what you think. Do you think that you should pay off your house? Do you think that you should invest in the stock market over paying off your house? Tell me what you think below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, this has been Zach, and I'm out.